Hi, how are you today? I'm Shan. I'm your physical therapist assistant student today. For verification purposes, may I have your name and birth date, please?
My name's Joe, February 2nd, 1970.
All right, great. Thanks for coming in today, Joe. I see that the physical therapist is having you come in for some postural correction. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yep, when we sometimes have our forward shoulders or rounded shoulders and forward head, because we're always working here, right? It's hard to keep it back in where we should be, where our spine is aligned the way we're designed to be aligned. So we'll do some kinesthetic awareness, just kind of helps you say, hey, oh, I can feel that my neck is forward, or I feel that my shoulders are forward. We're going to help you to just have some cues to know how to get that in that neutral position. And then we're going to strengthen some muscles that need strengthening that are more weak because of that continued posture. And then we're going to strengthen a few muscles we're going to stretch a few muscles that are too tight from that. So is it okay if I work with you today? It'll be about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, great. Well, the first thing we're going to do, go ahead and jump up, and I'm going to show you first. And this is like a really kind of a tricky thing to teach someone. I mean, like I said, we all sit at our desk and we're computer or whatever. And then our with our rounded shoulders and our forward head, we drive like that and we sit. Then all these muscles back here just get really tight because they've been contracted like continuously much longer than they should be. And so when we keep our spine in a nice neutral position, then that makes it's a lot easier on our body and our muscles and the way our spine is supposed to work. So the first thing I'm going to teach you, because what we do is when we look, get that forward head and the slump sitting, well, we don't want to look at the ground. So what we do then is just like bring our eyes up. So our neck is flexed, but then our head's up. So these muscles here at the back of your neck get really tight and out of whack. So the first thing we're going to work on is just teaching you that correct position. So what I'm going to have you do is sit up nice and tall. You can just lean against the back of your chair with your legs firm on the ground. And I'm going to have you like jet your head out as far as you can. And then you're going to bring that chin in. And it's going to feel like you're kind of like making that double chin. So you don't want to get extended that far, but you're just I'm going to help you find where you want your ears to be over your shoulders. And you will be able to tell because you'll just feel such tightness. And then when you bring it to where it's supposed to be, it'll be a lot more relaxed feeling. So we're going to work on that first. I'm going to teach you that cervical, we call this a cervical knot, okay? So go ahead and have a seat. Got to make sure too, we're not bending at the neck. It's just your head on your neck, not the neck itself. Okay, so go ahead and stick your chin out as far as you can, then take your finger, put it right there and press it back. And you want your ears over your shoulders. You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and do that again. And when you're at home, press back. We're going to do that 10 times, and you're going to hold those each for 10 seconds. That's going to really help you remember where that good position is for your head on your neck. Any questions with that one?
Yeah, my spine's kind of cracking a little bit.
Yeah, because it's used to going forward. All right. Okay, good. So the next stretch next thing we're going to do is a stretch, and this is for the muscles here on the back of your skull, and that's what's really tight because you've had that forward head posture. So the first thing you want to do is put your head in that neutral position where it's nice and comfortable. Then you can feel the base of your skull back here. Go ahead and take your thumbs and just kind of put them right under your skull.
Okay.
Get your fingers are going to be like loose.
Yep.
And you can kind of just rest them here. Oh, you lost your cervical knot. Yep. Okay, so then what I'm going to have you do is just bring that chin down and stretch those muscles back here. Okay, so just your chin, not your neck.
Oh yeah, I feel that.
And you feel it right at the base, okay? Hold that for 30 seconds. And back up. And then stretch stretch just your chin. Nice subtle movement there. That makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Big time.
All right, so for stretches, I'm going to have you do this 3 sets of 10, and each one you're going to hold for 30 seconds, okay?
Got it.
And stretches we do twice a day, and strengthening we do once a day. So stretches do morning and night, all
Got it.
right? So that's the first stretch that we're going to do. The second one is actually a strengthening exercise for those same muscles. So I'm going to have you lay down here on the floor, and I'll show you first. You're just going to put your arms to your side, put your forehead on the ground, and you're just going to tuck that chin just a little bit, just a subtle movement, and it'll really help if you focus your eyes on the floor when you bring it up.
Oh, okay.
Now you don't want to extend it way back or move your neck at all. It's just your forehead off the floor. Okay?
Got it.
Let's try that.
Oh.
Okay, so arms back down to your side. Good. Okay, let's see you do that. Yep, good. So we want to make sure that we're not extending your neck. And when you bring that forehead off, just go ahead and look at the floor there. Just that little bit. Now make sure your shoulders aren't coming off. Just your forehead. Forehead up. Good. See how I want you to keep your shoulders on the ground?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just your forehead. You know, it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Just keep those shoulders down. Ready? And just your forehead. There you go. Just your nose is barely off.
Okay.
You don't want to bend your neck. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. So go ahead and jump up. Those are going to be strengthening exercises that we will do 3 sets of 10. And you want to do your strengthening just once. So if you do it in the morning with your stretches or at night with your stretches, it doesn't matter, just one or the other. All right, so the next thing we're going to work on is your chest muscles from having those rounded shoulders. These muscles across here are super tight. So I'm going to teach you a stretch that's going to hold, get those nice and get that flexibility back in there. So I want you to put your arms 90-degree angle, forearms on the wall. And then I'm just going to have you lean in and you'll feel a nice stretch. Again, this is a stretch, so stretches are twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yep. So go ahead and let's see you do that. Yep. Make sure your forearm is 100%. If you have to step closer, there you go. Yep. And then just kind of lean forward and you'll feel that stretch right across your pectoral muscles.
Oh, yeah.
Good. And you're just going to hold that for 30 seconds. Again, 3 sets, holding each one for 30 seconds 10 times. And you just do, you do 3 sets of 30 seconds twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yep.
Got it.
All right, the last 2 are both strengthening exercises. The first one we're going to do is because those rounded shoulders, this is tight. So, but this is really weak because it's used to being forward. So we're going to work on these right here behind right between your shoulder blades. So I'm going to have you step up to the TheraBand here.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have you stagger your step, pull it back just so it's nice and taut, and your elbows are at your sides. And you are going to stand up nice and straight. Try to remember to keep that correct cervical posture, and then we're just going to squeeze those shoulder blades and squeeze, slow back, slow forward, slow back, slow forward. And these are strengthening, so we'll do 3 sets of 10, and we want to do these just once a day. So step back, take another step back so they're nice and tight. Okay, elbows at your side. You want them, okay, hold on. It's a little low for you, so we'll bring this up a little bit. Okay, good. Elbows at your side. See how I want your hands parallel on the floor? Good. And then you're just going to squeeze, and you're going to feel it right here, right between your shoulder blades, okay? And squeeze back. Get that cervical posture. Good. Just like you're squeezing my hand right here. Yep, feel that? And then, yep, back and hold, 1, 2, stretch, and back. Good, very good. Any questions with that one?
No, that's good.
All right. Okay, so the last one we're going to work on today is going to be your lower back extensors. Because we're, kind of forward, we really need to strengthen those just to help keep that spine where it's supposed to be. So we'll bring out the ball. And what I'm going to have you do is just get down on your knees. You're a lot taller than me, so I'm not going to be on my knees. I'm actually going to be with my legs straight. Then we're going to have you put your hands behind your head and just enough to extend.
Lower back.
Yep, lower back. But I want you to be on your knees, otherwise the ball's kind of rolling and we want it to be a
You
little
want
more
to face that
stable.
way, the way you were.
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe a little. There you go, side. There, perfect. Nope, your legs are on here, so we can see you
Oh,
on
that's
the
fine.
video. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So go ahead and lay over. Put your hands behind your head. And then we'll just have you extend just till your back is nice and straight. Good.
Oh.
And then relax. Good. And up. Good. And down. Keep that nice cervical posture with your chin. Good. Do you feel that back here?
Yep.
That's where you should feel it.
Yep.
All right, and again with strengthening, 3 times a day. 3 sets, 10 times, and the strengthening we're just going to do once a day, all right? Stretches twice and strengthening once. So if you have any, do you have any questions or concerns right now with these
No,
exercises?
Those are good.
Okay, so they'll have the exercise sheet for you up at the front desk. Make sure to call or email if you have any questions, and they'll also set up your appointment for next week. Thanks for coming in today. I'm glad you chose our clinic.
All right, thank you.